We're going to take you on a quick tour showing you the highlights of Brussels, Belgium in the next 5 minutes. Brussels is one of the most charming cities in Europe with many things to see, and while it's a popular destination, it is not overcrowded with tourists, with a sometimes funky character, illustrated, for example, at the daily flea market. In the city center, you'll find an extensive pedestrian zone with a mix of locals and visitors, creating a happy, authentic combination. And the Royal Galleries, one of the oldest covered shopping malls in Europe. Historic buildings surrounding monumental grand gardens and gourmet restaurants are two of the many attractions in this beautiful city. And there's a little boy who pees all day in public. The most famous sight in town is the Grand Place, one of Europe's prettiest plazas, busy day and night, often with special events like this dance concert. Next to the Place, you'll find many little pedestrian lanes lined with restaurants. The city has numerous peaceful gardens and a Gothic cathedral. Brussels, capital of Belgium and home to the European Parliament. This is a big international city with 100 languages and more spoken here. And most of the people who work here speak English, so you can get around quite easily. It's a great city for walking because most of the action is in the center. The museums, the pubs, the restaurants, the Grand Place. It's very easy to reach everything on foot. The historic center pedestrian zone is just about 1 kilometer wide with the Grand Place in the middle, so you could walk through the area and see quite a bit in one day. However, there is so much there you would enjoy staying for 2 or 3 days. With its central location and beautiful setting, the Grand Place is a good place to begin your walking tour. 1 block north, you'll find a picturesque and busy pedestrian street with lots of shops, cafes, and restaurants. Be sure to have a look down several of the little side lanes that make it even more interesting. 1 block over, you'll find Rue de Boucher, with the biggest collection of touristic restaurants in the city, but it's really quite charming to walk down it. It leads towards Rue Neuve, the biggest and widest shopping street of the city with modern stores and mostly locals, and several waffle shops like you'll find all over town. Walking the other direction along Boulevard Anspach will bring you to the Bourse, one of the town's major plazas with a magnificent building that used to be the stock market. Now it's a beer museum called Belgian Beer World. And from the rooftop, you'll get a lovely view of the city. Of course, Brussels has many museums. Perhaps the finest is the Old Masters collection with paintings and sculpture. It's located in what's called the Upper Town on a hill overlooking the city. The Musical Instrument Museum is nearby, housed in a stunning Old England department store built in the Art Nouveau style in 1899. With architecture as interesting as the musical instruments on display, featuring curved dark wood with ornate ironwork, sometimes in geometric patterns, and a lot of glass. And you can walk through the underground tunnels beneath the nearby Royal Palace, the ruins of a previous palace, destroyed 300 years ago and rediscovered in the 1980s. It's a unique experience with mysterious corridors and secret passages. They have a museum for comic art, housed in another Art Nouveau building, this time designed by Victor Horta, Belgium's most famous Art Nouveau architect. Belgians are serious about their comics, and this has become one of Brussels' main attractions. Opened in 1989. Hop on a tram to the Louise district if you'd like to shop in some high-end boutiques, luxury goods, Belgian designers, international brands with cafes and restaurants. Then hop back to the historic center to explore more of those pedestrian lanes. Simply wandering through this tangled zone of little streets is one of the greatest pleasures of all when you're visiting Brussels. Museums, historic sites, plazas, restaurants, shops are all wonderful, but just taking a stroll, that's the essence of the heart of Brussels. We do have a much longer, more detailed movie about Brussels that you can find in our collection, offering a complete in-depth tour of this magnificent city. Look for the link down below in our description. We frequently upload new movies, so please subscribe to our channel and click that little alarm bell so you'll be notified. And if you enjoyed the movie, how about a thumbs up? And we always welcome comments down below. Or if you have questions about the destination, make note and we'll answer them. Thanks for watching.